season opener 2 weeks ago at home with Kentucky. So just start off with your thoughts on that meet.
Well, it was. I thought we swam okay. We raced hard. We didn't have our whole roster competing that day, so Kentucky came in and did a great job, and they put a little bit of a beating on us. So we've got something to kind of prove this week. I thought our athletes that did race in that meet did a good job. I thought we had some people that stepped up, some freshmen that did some good things early on, and then we had our usual kind of stars that did good. Akram Mahmoud had a good meet and put up the fastest time in the country in the mile and in the 500 freestyle. Tom Parabonio had a good meet. Niels Witt-Glossen swam well on the men's side. For the women, we had some freshmen that kind of came up and did a good thing, did some good things. Edith Lingman, who's one of our freshmen, had a good solid meet, and then we got to see a lot of things from our upperclassmen and how they're developing. Taylor Vincent, I thought, swam well. We had a few folks that kind of stepped up to the plate. So I think we've got a lot to build on from the last meet, but it stung a little bit. And I told our team that I hope they thought about it every day between then and this meet coming up. So we leave on Thursday to go out to College Station and race Texas A&M and hopefully continue to build on what we did against Kentucky.
Great. You kind of touched on it, but you had a good number of newcomers that got to experience their first dual meet. How do you think they did, and who are a few of the standouts?
Well, on the men's side, I thought Will Riggs had a very good meet. He's a young man that represented Team USA out at the Junior Pan Packs out in Maui, Hawaii, right before he came to school here. Actually, he'd been here a week and then flew over and swam in Hawaii and had a great meet out there. Has established himself as one of the top 18-year-olds in the country. And we're working on, he's a really good long course swimmer. We're working on transitioning that over to short course, but I thought he had a solid first meet. He's got a great work ethic. In practice, he works as hard as anybody I've ever seen. He's training in with Akram Mahmoud and Tom Parabonio and Finn Manuth and those guys. And so he's learning a lot about hard work really early on in his career. On the women's side, Aubrey Higgs had a very good meet. Christina Lappin had a solid meet. Like I said, Edith Lingman. These are young ladies that we're going to kind of lean on a lot. But one young lady I thought that had an exceptional meet, who's I think is going to establish herself as one of the better swimmers in the SEC over the next 2 years is Emily Cornell. She got out after her 200 backstroke against Kentucky, and she came over and she said, I haven't swum that fast in 2 years. And so to do that in the first dual meet of the year, that's a pretty good indication. But she works hard. She's continuing to get better, but I definitely think she's going to be one that's a superstar to watch here in the next few years. And watching her develop is going to be fun. I think she's going to be one of the top backstrokers in the SEC. And if you're one of the top swimmers in the SEC, you're going to be one of the top in the nation. So she's got good things ahead of her, and we're excited to watch and see what she does.
Okay. With the 2 weeks off between your meets, what were some of the goals you set for the team and some areas you wanted to improve?
Just work. I think we got as a group, both men and women. I think our women were a little more grounded. I think our men got a little comfortable. I think they thought they were going to go in and not have a very tough time with Kentucky, and I think Kentucky taught them a very valuable lesson. So essentially what we've talked about a lot over the last 2 weeks is just getting back to where we were a few years ago. Our mindset of we're trying to catch everybody. We're trying to outwork everybody. We're trying to be tougher than everybody else. And so that has come through some tough workouts, and that's come through some heart-to-heart talks with some of the coaches and some of the swimmers. So I think we're on track. I think we're where we need to be. We get everybody back this week. And so we're going to be going out to Texas A&M as a full squad, and the men will have a great meet. The women are going to get up and race. I think their women last year were SEC champions, and I think top 5 in the country last year in NCAA. So we get to go and continue our trend of racing some of the fastest people in the country. So it should be good. I think they're ready, and if we can take the lessons that we've been learning over the last 10 to 14 days and apply them, I think we'll be okay.
Great. And then kind of going off what you said with Texas A&M doing so well, how do you think it will benefit especially the women, to start the season off so early facing them?
Well, I mean, it's like that week in and week out in the SEC. If you look, I mean, it's not just swimming; it's any sport: baseball, women's basketball, tennis. The SEC is the strongest conference in the nation, bar none. And so in swimming, if we're swimming an SEC schedule, we're racing week in and week out, the fastest people. There are no breaks, and so it's good for our athletes because when we get to the end of the year and we go to our national championship meet, nothing phases them because they're used to swimming against elite competition. But the downside of that is there are no breaks, and week in and week out you're swimming against elite competition. So you can take the same pro of being in the SEC and call it a con and being in the SEC. And so we choose to take the positive route with it and say you have an opportunity, and the opportunity is to go out to College Station this week and race against Olympians, to race against other national champions, and race against other SEC finalists, and to go and try to prove ourselves and see how we stack up against the best in the conference.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.